Hey, it's Peter Reed Miller from On Sports Photography with Peter Reed Miller. Coming to you today, as always, from Manhattan Beach Studios, the coolest place to shoot video in the South Bay. Today I'm going to talk to you about a really cool new product from Canon. Okay, today I have the 85mm f1.2 R lens. R meaning it's for the mirrorless cameras that Canon is now making, the Canon R, the other model, hopefully some future models. And it's a pretty amazing lens. It is not small. And one reason for that, it's longer than the equivalent 85 for the mirror system is the end of the rear element is closer to the sensor. And this is good for a lot of reasons. But I'll show you. This is not the original, but the latest version of the 85 f1.2 for the EF system, for the mirror system. And it's a good lens. It's been around for a while. I mean, they've been making this design in some form since back in the day when they the Canon ED mount or something like that. In any case, a long time, since the 80s. And it's always been good. It's always been sharp. It's not the quickest focusing lens you'll ever use, but it's been a go-to lens. Recently, they produced an 85 f1.4. This is a very nice lens, but again, it's for the EOS 1DX, 7D, 5D Mark IV, etc. Those cameras. This is a great lens too. But this this new 85, it's really something. And let me start with some images that I've shot. Just really quick. I've just had the lens for a day or two, but. First of all, here is our erstwhile videographer and cameraman, Nick, and this is just showing you how far it takes the background out of a picture. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details of bokeh or bokeh or whatever, but you want the background to go away, this is the lens to do it with. This is some portraits that we shot of some young swimmers this weekend, and again, if you look back there, that water is just gone, and it takes it out. It takes out the lane lines, takes out anything like that. And you can go in and see it's pretty sharp. It's very sharp, in fact. It's probably one of the sharpest lenses I've ever used, to tell the truth. You know, again, closer minimum focus. It's a half stop brighter than the 1.4. There's some technical stuff that Canon will tell you. It's got a BR element in there to reduce chromatic aberration. It's got air spear coating, you know, good. Another thing I like about it, it's got the same autofocus motor as the Canon telephotos. Lots of torque. It focuses fast. That was, I think, one of the issues with the older 85-1.2. It never had a motor that was able to move all that glass that quickly. You know, and again, longer because you've got no mirror box in here. But, all right, let's get out of here. Okay, here is our production assistant, Lauren. And we just shot these this morning on the set. Real quick, f1.2 at 1000, ISO 1250. But if you zoom in, you see that this is one sharp lens. Really an amazing lens. You know, as good wide open as it is stop down, which is something to be said, because all the time I've been in photography, it's been about stopping the lens down to get a little bit more sharpness. I don't think that plays anymore. I think this is wide open, is just fine, it's just sharp. Okay, who's this lens for, and who's it maybe not so much for? It's for someone who wants to shoot beautiful portraits, very shallow depth of field, take your backgrounds out. It's wedding photographers. I think it's a viable lens for sports. It focuses fast enough given the limitations of the camera, unlike the old 85-1.2, which was not a viable lens for sports. And although I don't shoot a lot of video with this camera, I think in the video mode it would give you such a great look. It would give you that, here's your face, here's your interviewee, boom, everything else is gone. So that's what it does. It takes the background out. It gives you beautiful portraits. Even if 1.2 is so little depth of field that maybe you need to go 1.4 or 1.6 to get a little bit more to get the whole eyelash to the eye. Still, it's a great lens. It's fast. Now, who's it not for? The person who buys mirrorless because the cameras are small. Well, this camera is small. This is not. It's not small. It's not light. It's not inconspicuous. All those things, it's a serious lens for someone to go out and seriously use it. It's not trivial. It's not a zoom. It's not an all-day one camera, one lens kind of thing. But for what it's good at, the portraits, weddings, again, sports, and anything like that, it's really the best out there right now. So here you have it for the R system. We hope, and I'm sure they will, Canon will be developing more bodies in the R system, more pro-oriented bodies. But right now, as a portrait setup, this thing rocks. This is great. So hope you guys are able to try it sometime. I'm glad I was able to tell you about it.